What team would you play for that game? On the horizon is the biggest game of the season by far, bar none, against PSG at the Parc des Princes. We're playing Bournemouth, but then we're not sure yet we're going to get second place. There's still the top 4 to secure. What team would you put?
I don't care what team he plays, right? But 2 players don't play in it, and that's it. The rest, everybody can play. It's an important game. Got to win it. Got to get points for Champions League, because we're not going to qualify Champions League by winning it if we don't, because that will look like we're going to go out, and we're still not guaranteed a Champions League football. So it's a massive.
Right, so let me just run you through the Champions League place. Obviously, Liverpool then won the league, 82 points. Second place, Arsenal, 67 points, played 34 games. Newcastle are now 5 points behind. They played 34 games. 34 games also for Man City, but they're 6 points behind. And 7 points behind in 5th place is Chelsea. Nottingham Forest also on 60 points in 6th place,
so
but they've got a game in hand. So if they won that game in hand, they'd be on 6. So at the moment, we're 7 points clear of the zone which would knock you out of.
Right, so we need two wins.
Yeah. To be absolutely
Bournemouth's
assured.
a massive game, and Southampton is a massive game. Like, we ain't going to beat Liverpool, and we're not probably going to beat Newcastle. All right, so we've got to win this game.
The Bournemouth game.
Yeah.
So you go with a strong team, or would you just give me your team?
Raya in goal. Ben White.
We've got no choice on that, have we?
No,
because Neto can't play anyway, because Bournemouth's this club, isn't it?
Ben White.
Yep. So you leave out Timber.
Yep. Saliba and Kivior. That's the first time they've lost, by the way, since they've been a partnership. But I'd keep that partnership. Tierney at left back.
Yep.
Party.
Ooh.
Does he need a game? Does he need a game?
Continue your team anyway. Party.
I'll say Party. Shinchenko, Wanyeri. Sterling, Trossard, and Marino.
Who's playing on the left?
Trossard.
Oh.
No Martinelli. No Saka.
Marino's just
no Rice.
Remember, Marino had a knock going into yesterday's game.
Still think we've got to win it. I still think we've got to win it.
That good enough to win it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I'm happy with your back four. I mean, I would have wanted to rest even those 2 centre backs, but you can't. There's no one else. This is the problem with all the injuries we've got. Although they were saying Calafiori was getting near, innit?
Well, if Calafiori's fit, who would you leave out?
Well,
you can't leave Kivior out. He's still. I think he's been brilliant. By the way,
he has been.
Give him some credit.
He has been. He played those. Yeah, I think your back four. I'm not sure if I'm playing Party, man.
So who's
because to me, if he gets injured or something, and I don't want to play Rice.
The Rice does. I'll be furious if Rice is playing in this game. Furious.
I guess. All right, we play Party just because he ain't played last week, but I'm hauling him off early. Partey. Midfield of Partey. What about Lewis Skelly then?
I'll play.
You've been talking about it. See, look at that. I've got you. I've got you, right? Because you've been going on
about resting Lewis because I think he's
but then you could play him in that position and let's see what he could do, innit?
He could do that. But the reason I'm saying Partey is because when was the last time Partey played?
Yeah, well, last week.
Did he played at
he played against
Crystal Palace last Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that's 2 weeks since his last game.
All right, Partey.
So if he doesn't play Partey, it's 2 weeks since he played.
Actually, listen, I'm going with you. Partey, Zinchenko, Wanyeri. I'm tempted to play Odegaard, just because he's got to try and get himself into some sort of form.
Yeah, I'll go along with that. Then
tempted
I'll
to
go
play-
on. I'll go along with that.
So
I'll go along with that.
I think
and then
I think I'm playing Odegaard. I'm putting Wanyeri on the right hand side. On the left hand side, I'm putting Sterling
and then Trossard up top still, or Marino.
and Trossard down. Trossard. I'm resting Marino because he just had a knock. I'm resting all the key guys because to me, there's enough of a buffer between second and fifth.
I don't even want to see Rice on the bench because I don't even want him thinking, I'll put him on.
Rice has to be rested.
If he's not sitting in the stands, I'll be annoyed.
Full rest. I mean, it'd be a tough game. Bournemouth are a good side. We've seen that. And Bournemouth, I think even if we did play all those main guys, right? Bournemouth are going to, they put a lot
could still turn us over.
They put a lot into that game. So Bournemouth could still turn us. I want to see players rested. That game next week, Wednesday, is one of our biggest games.
It's not about being rested.
Not even just a season, for years.
It's not me being that they're getting rested. It's protection.
Yeah, protection. Yeah,
I'm not saying I want to rest Saka or I don't want to rest Rice. I'm saying I don't want you anything.
Yeah, because there's players like Rice. We lose Rice, we can't help.
And for a game against
Saka, Saka could be Saka. Stay at home. Rice stay at home. Martinelli, like you said, he put a lot of work in.
Watch the snooker.
Martinelli rested
on the bench.
Yeah, rested.
I want to see. I want to look up in the box and see Declan sitting there, Saka sitting in there.
Yeah,
right. But I want to see So unfortunately, Martinelli, you're going to go on the bench. A couple of other players, Timber maybe on the bench.
Timber stay at home.
Stay at home.
He came off the other night. He's vital, right? He's a vital player when you got those wide players. What's going on there? Right, he's a vital player when you got those players. There's, I want him rested. I want him relaxing at home, protected, arm guards.
Yeah. What? Because I'll tell you what, like,
armed guards at Declan Rice's house, right? If any coaches or anybody comes near, they turn the guns on him and say,
no, you're not.
Stay away.
Stay away. I'll say you're not having him. You're not having him. I don't want to see them.
Actually, no, I take that back because I remember what Lee said earlier on in the season. Got himself in so much trouble. So I didn't mean armed guards. I didn't mean it. Please take it like how I meant it as a joke before you.
So I'm listen now. I don't mind if Declan Rice is just on the bench, doing a few stretches. Just keep yourself ticking over for Wednesday, but you ain't coming on.
No, I don't even. Because
they can do what those four subs.
I don't even want him warming up. He could do his hamstring warming up.
I like watching. I like seeing Declan.
They might ask him to do a warm down at the end of the game. He could be running down the pitch and pick up an injury there. Nope. Stay at home.
I feel that I don't listen. I get what you're saying because if it's 0-0 or we're 1-0 down with 10 minutes to go, there's the temptation to bring them on, isn't there?
Yeah.
I don't want that temptation, like, you know what I mean? So I'm not. Yeah. I'm with you on this. Like, you know what I mean?
Prediction for the game, Bournemouth.
Well, I think we need to win it, so I'm going to go 2-0, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a draw.
I'll go 2-1, and I'm going to say that I want to see a performance out of Arsenal because I also feel that all these little drawn games here and there is not good when you're going into a big game. Even though PSG lost their game last week, try and get that winning thing into ahead of this game.
And I think there are places up for great. I like myself now. I'm saying to Wanyeri, go out there on Saturday and put in a performance.
Yeah.
That will turn around and go, right, I cannot leave you out for a player that's playing so poorly.
Yeah. Or if I have to call upon you, I know I can call upon you immediately.